coming straight up out the struggle, watch the killer state. It's California, homie, where they know to regulate. Red or blue rag, keep the pistol in the waist. North or south, put the blood, shit, they know to spray. And all the Asian homies even know to pack the K. And all the paisa guerrilleros know to move the way. And shit gets scandalous, how these bodies dropping every day. And all for piling money, homie, I know what a shame. But this is just the way it is, so I still with the gauge. In case they want it, they can get it, we don't hesitate. I know it's strange, on the simple fact you can't relate. But you never walked up in my shoes, like you don't know my pain. I keep it by the G code until my dying day. Cause that's just life up in the hood, how the killer stay. It's California, homie, where they know to regulate. It's California, homie, where they know to regulate. I keep it by the G code until my dying day. Cause that's just life up in the hood, how the killer stay.
You are now watching M.O.D. Entertainment.
What's good, G-Life? Now this right here is the Antelope Valley, the 661. And the Antelope Valley is another area where you can find a park neighborhood, a very well known park neighborhood within this area. One of the barrios that does come into mind when you think about the Antelope Valley and the 661 and this area around over here. You have the barrio VVP, which is the barrio Valverde Park, Valverde Parque Locals. Valverde Park Locals is a neighborhood right here in Valverde, the area that's known as Valverde. The only neighborhood within Valverde, I mean, you have neighborhoods around, around the area, like the rest of the Palmdale neighborhoods, the Santa Clarita barrios, but within the area that is just known as Valverde, is the only neighborhood within this area. I mean, you have tagging crews around, but as in like a barrio is the only barrio that's here, the VVP, and it is a real neighborhood. Now, I was told that there is a northern barrio, a norteño barrio that is named Valverde, and I was said that it was the same neighborhood, but over here they ended up becoming Surenos. At least that's what I was told. I'm not too sure about that, but at least that's what I was told. That they were the same neighborhood, but over here, transitioned into Sureños, kind of like Horseshoe did over there in Northern Cali. I mean, it is possible, you know what I mean? But yeah, either way, Valverde Park was an average size neighborhood, not too big, not too small, just average size. Obviously, their territory is where the Valverde Park's at. All the back streets and within the area around Valverde, they tend to roam around all of Valverde. But the park is the area where they hang out, where they do their thing. That's where it gets on and cracking, you know what I mean? And this barrio has already been right here since the 80s, since the late 80s, early 90s is when this barrio was established right here. And like I said, there's still love. Now, law enforcement has been combating this neighborhood, so they're not as large as they used to be. But like I have always said, don't ever get it twisted. They still have homies that roam around and represent theirs, and handle theirs, you know what I mean? So this barrio is still up, despite what people want to say. So the Valverde gang is still present and still continue to represent theirs and put theirs on the map for the VVP, but that's the Valverde Park Locals right there. And this right here is Ventura County, the 805. And this is an area where you could also find another park barrio. Actually, there's several park barrios within the 805. But this is one of the well, recognized ones due to, they made headlines several times for, racketeering. They got hit with all kinds of shit, you know what I'm saying? There's a barrio that's definitely active, that are definitely, making movidas. And the barrio is the Moorpark Locals. Moorpark Locals, obviously located right here in Moorpark, in the 805. I was told that this neighborhood is roughly more than 150 members, is what I was told. So an average size barrio, you know what I mean? Not too big, not too small. And their territory is pretty extensive. You can find them scattered throughout Moorpark, but their main location, their dojo, the heart of their hoods, their barrio is from Moorpark Avenue, all the way to Los Angeles Avenue to Spring Road, and Spring Road back to Everett Street. So everything that's in the middle is their barrio. So through Charles Street, through Hyde Street, throughout Millard Street, throughout Ruth, throughout Second, Susan, Robert, Sherman Avenue, throughout Fleury Avenue, Second, Third, First. Everything else that's in the middle is considered a barrio. You know what I'm saying? And you could find them also right there where the Moorpark is at. That is also their terrain where, where they be handling business. And like I said, this is a barrio that's well known because this made headlines several times. You know what I mean? These guys are, they do real things. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever get it twisted just because, like, it's up here and people think that nothing really cracks on this side. There's several barrios that are around, so there's shit that is popping, you know what I mean? Don't ever judge a book by its cover. But yeah, that's what's up with the Moorpark Locals representing for theirs. And another neighborhood that you have right here in the 805 is the barrio Newbury Park. Newbury Park, Conejo Valle is how it's known. Newbury Park is located right here in Newbury Park. Their territories from everything was Hillcrest and Arroyo Conejo South Branch. So where the Ventura Freeway's at, and everything from I would have to say from Ventura Park Road also as well. And so, everything that stretches out through right there, which is a small area. This is a very small neighborhood. I was told that there are only roughly about 30 members, and you don't really see them that often. But, they're right there. They handling business. You know what I mean? It is a real barrio and, they do real things. But that's what's up with the Newbury Park Locals right there. And this right here is Santa Maria. Santa Maria is an area that is well known, that has a barrio right here that definitely is well known. They're one of these neighborhoods that has made headlines that you definitely hear about when we're talking about the 805. They're a pretty powerhouse when it comes to this side of barrios, and that is the barrio Northwest Evan Park. So the Evan Park barrio, located in the Evan Park projects, is where you can find this barrio. But you can find them throughout, extensive amount of area of Santa Maria. Everything from Taylor to Blaster Road, all the way to I would have to say their turf extends all the way to Marison Avenue, and then from Marison Avenue to Broadway. So everything that's in the middle is what's considered their barrio, from, the Buena Vista Park, throughout, all of that, everything that's in the middle, Railroad Avenue, Dipot, Western, obviously, the Evan projects, the projects right here, the very iconic projects where you can find this, neighborhood doing their thing. These guys ain't no suckers, you know what I mean? I was told that this barrio is roughly more than 200 members. Like I said, one of the big neighborhoods, and when you hear about Santa Maria, one of the first neighborhoods that comes up to mind, you know what I mean? The Northwest Evans Park. That's how you see it hit up and how they do their thing. You know what I mean? Evans Park, definitely with the business. Some people actually thought that Evans Park and Northwest were two different barrios, but no, they're the same neighborhood. That's how it's written, Northwest Evans Park. And they're, the larger one of the the two sets that, call this place their home. And they definitely right here with the business and continue to represent. They already been right here. I was told this barrio has already been right here since the 70s. At least that's what I was told. And continue to represent theirs and put theirs on the map. And their barrio is everything from where the Atkinson's Park's at. So that's their turf, throughout the Railroad Avenue, that extends right there. Throughout Sunset Avenue, Orchard, Bunny Avenue, Evergreen, all of that. All of that is their turf. Devana Road. So, now heading, keep heading up north, like almost towards Taylor is where you're able to find the West Park neighborhood. Obviously, they have to share their turf with the Northwest barrio, and yes, there's heavy beef between the West Park and the Evans Park neighborhoods. Definitely don't like each other, heavy animosity. Both neighborhoods definitely be clashing, but the West Park ain't no chumps, even though they're the smaller of the two because they haven't been around as long, you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted, they still handle theirs and represent theirs, you know what I mean? But that's what's up with the West Park battle right here repping theirs. And right here, we have the Bakersfield area. The Bakersfield area is another area where we can find a park neighborhood, that's a real barrio. You know, it's been right here already since the 90s. A little bit more on the smaller side, but nonetheless, you know, a neighborhood that still does their thing, which is the barrio Rexland Parque. Rexland Park, RP, as is known, is barrio is right here. Everything was from Pacheco Road. Their territory extends all the way to Union Avenue to Fairview Road, extending all the way to where the central branch Current Island Canal runs through. So everything that's in the middle is their barrio. So throughout Rexland Drive, throughout Spark Street, throughout Garber Way, throughout Bryan, Garden, Price, Sperry, throughout Don Street, Kern Street, Kern Place, and all of that. All of that is their barrio, which is not that big of territory, but nonetheless, you know, is the area that they call their home, close to the Fairfield Elementary's at. And their barrio, obviously, their main domain, their dojo, the heart of their hood is on Rexland Park. That is their dojo. That is where they get it on and cracking, and that's what they represent. You know what I mean? And like I said, they were roughly always a small neighborhood. I was told that there were roughly only like about 30 heads. But you know, nonetheless, a real neighborhood that continues to do real things and put theirs on the map. And right here in the Santa Rosa area is where you're able to find another neighborhood that's a park barrio, which is the barrio South Park. No, it has nothing to do with the TV show. The barrio South Park is a neighborhood upstate homies right here located in Santa Maria. They've been already right here since the 90s. You know, since the 90s they've been established right here. And this is on record. You guys should go check, you know, public record you guys yourself. This barrio is shown to be, according to law enforcement records, more than 90 members. I'm not making those numbers up or nothing like that. I know people like to, you know, say stuff like that, but I mean, it's public records. You guys could go check this shit yourself. You know what I mean? They got hit with racketeerings and sweeps and all that. So the Huda has a bunch of these guys already in their database. You know what I mean? I know sometimes people don't like the facts, you know, the facts bug them. But I can't make up shit, man. I just come to spit the facts. Facts are facts, bro. You know what I mean? I can't be mad at the facts. But yeah, the barrio South Park is a real neighborhood. Continue to represent theirs and put theirs on the map right here, representing for theirs in Santa Rosa. Another barrio that you have right here in the area that is known as San Bruno. San Bruno is an area home to another park neighborhood, which is known as the LPL. LPL standing for Lomita Park Locals. San Bruno, Lomita Park Locals, upstate homies that have been right here in the Bay Area representing since the 90s. I was told that this neighborhood is roughly about 50 to 60 members. But, you know, that they have their areas on lockdown, you know what I mean? Right there in the area that's known as the Lomita Park, you know. And no, it has no ties to any of the other Lomita barrios that I have already covered right here. You know, just the name of the area that's right here is coincidence. And it's a name that you'll hear a few more times on here. But the San Bruno Lomita Park Locals is a real neighborhood with real homies doing real things. You know what I mean? This is another neighborhood that you definitely hear about when you talk about upstate homies. This is one of the barrios that comes into mind. And, you know, hold it down for theirs. You could even check out some of their music right here on YouTube. They have a few rappers. They have talented individuals. You know, you can scope them out. But yeah, that's what's up with the San Bruno Lomita Park Locals representing for theirs. And another barrio you have right here is the SPL neighborhood, not to be confused with the South Park Locals. This neighborhood is known as the Shadoon Park Locals. Shadoon Park Locals is another barrio right here in upstate. In the area that's known as Shadoon, California. I was told that this neighborhood is roughly only like about 30 members as well. You know, they got hit with a few sweeps as well for themselves, for, you know, for drug sales, arms sales, and stuff like that. You know, it's always roughly been a small neighborhood. You know, you roughly don't hear about them as much, but nonetheless, it's a real neighborhood that does real things. You know what I mean? Another upstate homeboy barrio, you know what I mean? Right here representing for theirs and putting theirs on the map. Now this right here is Winton, California. Winton, California, located in Northern Cali, is another place where we're able to find another barrio. That's a park neighborhood, which is the Winton Park Surenos. Winton Park is roughly another small neighborhood, upstate homeboys. I was told that this neighborhood is roughly like about 30 members. That they were established here in the 90s. The mid to late 90s is when they were established. And, they were doing real things right there. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, because, a lot of homies have gotten busted and stuff like that, you often don't see them up as much as you used to. But this is a real barrio, you know what I mean? So it was a legit neighborhood that was right there established and that represented theirs, you know what I mean? They have a few rappers also as well that you could scope out right here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? They have talented individuals. But yeah, this is another real barrio that's right here that represents still for theirs, you know what I mean? Don't ever get it twisted. Neighborhoods don't really die, they just multiply. That's just how it goes. And no different with the Winton Park locals, and that's what's up with them representing for theirs. Another barrio that you have up here in Northern Cali is the barrio GPC. GPC translating to Garza Park Cholos. Garza Park Cholos is a neighborhood that's actually pretty large, when we're talking about upstate homies. They grew in numbers pretty fast like wildfire. It's one of the neighborhoods that you definitely hear about. I bumped into some of these individuals. So they're well known. They have weight to their name, you know what I'm saying? They're individuals that do real things. They have a lot of homies that are busted, for committing real crimes, you know what I mean? They made headlines several times as well. The Garza Park Cholos are, they handle their business, you know what I mean? I was told that this neighborhood is roughly 60 to 70 members, right there representing for theirs. At Garza Park, obviously, is their domain, their dojo, the heart of their hood, throughout the back streets. That's where they get it on and cracking, you know what I mean? This is a neighborhood that definitely planted their flag and still represents to this day, with high numbers and continue to still put theirs on the map, you know what I mean? These guys ain't no suckers. They're real homies that do real things. But that's what's up with the Garza Park Cholos representing for them. Here in San Francisco, another neighborhood that you're able to find right here is the WBPS neighborhood, which is known as the Westboro Park Surenos. This is another barrio that's located right here within the Bay, upstate homies. They have also a few rappers on here you could scope out that have talent, you know what I mean, that do their thing. They have a few videos. This was also roughly a little bit more of the smaller side. I was told that this barrio was only about 40 to 50 members. That did real things, that planted their flag right there, obviously, on Westboro Park, where they do their thing and continue to represent theirs, you know what I mean? It's a tough battle, you know what I mean? Having so many enemies around, but there's other cliques that they get along with right there. And, seem to still be established and still have members right there representing for theirs and holding it down for their barrio. But that's what's up with the WBPS neighborhood right there. And this right here is Sacramento. Sacramento is home to another homeboy park barrio that's well known. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard of this barrio. It's one of the Sureno neighborhoods from up here that does have recognition, that does carry weight to his name, you know what I mean? Roughly an average sized neighborhood, large for being a homeboy neighborhood up here up north, but overall being a neighborhood a little bit more on the smaller side, but which is the barrio Hyde Park. Hyde Park, Surenos is a barrio that's been right here representing the HPS, not to be confused with Harpies. And this is the barrio where the rapper Chinto Rana, this is the neighborhood where he's from, the barrio he puts it down for and puts it on the map, you know what I mean? These homies do real things, you know what I mean? Like I said, they have a lot of enemies around and stuff like that, but they have the members that hold it down for theirs. They made headlines several times and do their thing, you know what I mean? But that's what's up with the Hyde Park Sureños right there, still representing for theirs and holding theirs down.
Thank you for watching M.O.D Entertainment. Make sure you like and subscribe.